There you get a nice shot of downtown Chicago from Diversey Harbor, and the weather slowly heating up as we get into the summer of 2009, and the Cubs bats are heating up as well. We're set for the Hyundai leadoff man from Wrigley Field. Rubber game today, the Pirates and the Cubs. Hi again, everyone. I'm Len Casper. Welcome to the Hyundai leadoff man. The Cubs finally ended their 8-game losing streak last night in a rain-shortened win. Let's check in on the highlights. Cubs again scoring runs. Good to see. Kosuke Fukudome getting the offense going in the bottom of the first with his first home run in exactly a month. It came off right-hander Ian Snell. Sean Marshall did it all on the mound, on defense, and at the plate as well. An RBI single, his second RBI of 2009. Cubs kept adding on in the third inning. Micah Hoffpower with a 2-out RBI double, plating Milton Bradley, who had walked before that. And then in the fifth inning, Cubs adding 3 big runs right before the rains came, as Soriano with an RBI single. Hoffpower driving in his second of the night. And Mike Fontenot starting to heat up. That's good to see. So 3 RBI singles in the fifth. It was 6-1, and Sean Marshall had all the run support he needed. A complete game win for him. 4 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 6 Ks in 5 strong innings. And he was working to Craig Monroe to start the 6th. The rains started. Tim Cheetah, the crew chief, called for the tarp, and after just over an hour rain delay, they called it. So Cubs win 6-1 the final. They're back to 500 at 22-22. You see the offense on the trip, just 5 runs, but already 14 in the first 2 games on this homestand. Roster moves coming up. We'll tell you about them. But as we go to break, let's take a look at today's Hyundai dealer of the game, Schaefer Hyundai in Merrillville. We'll be back.
The Hyundai Leadoff Man, brought to you in part by Walgreens, the pharmacy of the Chicago Cubs. And by your Chicago Hyundai dealers. Always a home run with America's best warranty. And now, Hyundai Assurance.
By now, you've heard that Antenna TV is going all digital. And the nationwide switch to digital TV has moved to a new date, June 12th. But you don't have to wait until June 12th to enjoy free digital TV. Upgrade your Antenna TV with a converter box or buy a new digital set. Use the right antenna and start enjoying free digital television now. Visit dtvanswers.com or call 888-CALL-FCC to learn more about the June 12th switch to digital TV.
Nobody has to tell you these are tough times. That's why it's a good time to get back under the hood, to keep that car running longer, and do everything you can to make sure a small job doesn't turn into a costly one. And AutoZone is here to help every step of the way. We're the one place you'll find the expertise, tools, and advice you can trust to help you do the job right the first time. Because do it yourself doesn't mean you have to do it alone. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Logic says you can't pound a nail where you can't swing a hammer. So much for logic. The Craftsman Auto Hammer. The hammer that goes where other hammers can't. Driving home nails with the touch of a button. Innovation. Better value. Craftsman. Trust in your hands.
How would you like to vacation at the all-new Italian Village at Beaches, Turks and Caicos Resort, Villages and Spa, and bring along 15 of your closest friends and family? Just enter the Beaches Resort's fantastic family flyaway at WGNAmerica.com. You'll get a 5-night luxury-included family vacation at Beaches Resorts, including unlimited gourmet dining and premium beverages, water sports, entertainment, round-trip airfare, a private breakfast reception, and more. It's the WGN America Beaches Resort's fantastic family flyaway. Enter today at WGNAmerica.com.
Welcome back to the leadoff man. Time now to see who is in the zone, brought to you by AutoZone. Carlos Zambrano today takes a shot at his 100th career win. Of course, he's been a lifelong Cub. 21st all-time in franchise history in wins. Terrific winning percentage as well for Big Z. More on him and Zach Duke, the left-hander who will start for the Pirates a little bit later. But the Cubs with a plethora of roster moves today, including sending Aaron Miles to the disabled list. Let's hear from the manager, Lou Piniella, on all the moves.
A few moves. We've got Jake Fox here. He's been tearing up AAA. We'll see how we can get him incorporated into our scheme of things. He's going to catch some ground balls at third, probably catch a few balls in the outfield. He's been playing first base. But if nothing else, he'll be a real nice bat off the bench. And when we play against the American League, certainly he comes into play there DH-wise. We've got Blanco from Iowa. Miles went on the disabled list with a bad shoulder, and we needed somebody to help Terrio at shortstop. So we brought this kid up, and he's playing second base today. We played him in spring training at second base. And, he's been hitting the ball well down in Iowa and playing well, so he gets a promotion. And then we got the left-hander, Waddell. He had a good spring. He's been pitching okay in Iowa. He started out slow, but he's been getting better. And we'll use him out of the bullpen to get some left-handers out. So we wish him well.
We'll expand more on the roster moves a little bit later on, and when we come back on the leadoff man, we'll tell you about today's starting pitchers.
You know what I like to see?
You gotta see this.
What would you like to see?
Something funny.
What is this, high school?
Seems like it. Everybody's having sex but me.
I'm just a regular guy. I want to see what everybody else wants to see.
Mama!
Well, wait. Go back. You know I watch this.
I like to see a television show about us.
Perfect.
I just sat there watching and watching and watching and watching and watching.
Commute. Commute. Shuttle. Shuttle A. With McDonald's McCafe, a better day is possible. Introducing hot or iced mocha with freshly ground espresso, real steamed milk, and decadent chocolate. Cubicle. There you go. Thanks. Cubicle A. If you haven't tried a mocha yet, McCafe your day.
In the most uncertain times, there are some things we know for sure. There will still be weddings, still be babies, and still be bright futures. That's why New York Life has been helping families plan for the expected and unexpected for 164 years. Backed by the highest ratings for financial strength, we're safe and secure, so you can be too. Give your family the gift of a secure financial future. New York Life, the company you keep.
Dr. Scholl's massaging gel insoles with 2 different gels for softness and support are outrageously comfortable.
I'd rather walk anyway.
Are you gelling? Dr. Scholl's.
Pretty powerful stuff.
Wow.
I know.
There is no limit.
Unbelievable!
The Hyundai Leadoff Man, brought to you in part by Walgreens, the pharmacy of the Chicago Cubs. And by your Chicago Hyundai dealers. Always a home run with America's best warranty. And now, Hyundai Assurance.
An important one today for the Cubs. It does not get any easier as the Dodgers come in for 4 starting tomorrow night. They have the best record in all of baseball. And the pitching matchup today on paper, very intriguing for the Cubs. Carlos Zambrano, as we mentioned, going for his 100th career win. This is his second attempt at that, and it's also his second start off the disabled list. Left-hander Zach Duke is coming off an 8-inning complete game loss on the south side of Chicago. He's already reached the same amount of wins, 5, as he had all of last year. So that sets the table. Should be exciting. The Cubs hosting the Pittsburgh Pirates from beautiful Wrigley Field. Coming up next.
WWE Superstars.
You will feel the wrath of The Undertaker.
The most intimidating force.
Rest.
The Demon of Death Valley. The Phenom.
Peace.
The Undertaker.
I come for your soul.
WWE Superstars. Expect everything.
This summer, team up with WGN America and Six Flags, the official theme park of the Chicago Cubs, for WGN America's Six Flags Summer Six-Pack Sweepstakes. Just log on to WGNAmerica.com for your chance to win 6 tickets to any Six Flags park nationwide. That's right, win 6 tickets and an exclusive VIP experience to any Six Flags park. Hurry and log on to WGNAmerica.com for your chance to win today. One lucky winner will win every week from now through Labor Day.
Time, let me be myself so I can shine with my own light. Let me be myself. Please, will you one time let me be myself so I can shine with my own light. Let me be myself for a while, if you don't mind. Let me be myself.
The following is a presentation of WGN Sports.
We are live at Wrigley Field, where maybe today we actually could play two. Weather getting a little bit nicer, still overcast skies, but things looking brighter for the Cubs after they ended their 8-game skid last night. It's the rubber game today as they host the Pittsburgh Pirates on WGN Sports. Hi again, everyone. Bob Brenly and Len Casper with you. The Cubs are scoring runs. Good to see 14, in fact, in the first 2 games. And unlike the just completed road trip, the guys at the top are getting on base.
Well, you know, Lou sets a lineup the way he does for a reason. Soriano, obviously, instant offense from that leadoff spot. Ryan Terrio. With these 2 guys, you've got 2 of the best base runners on the ball club at the top of the order. When they're getting on base, it makes things happen for the guys behind them in the order. Soriano's drawn a couple of base on balls, even stole his first base since April 30th last night.
The bottom of the order coming through, Sean Marshall with an RBI hit, and we expect the same from Big Z today, right?
Well, he's got to top Sean Marshall. Z's not going to let anybody on this staff hit better than he does. The main concern with Z is throwing strikes. His first time out, his stuff was very good. His command was a little bit off. You hope that he sharpened it up on his side session.
Bring on the parade of left-handed starters. It begins today with Zach Duke.
Yeah, Zach Duke coming off a real good game against the White Sox on the south side of town, with 8 innings, threw only 88 pitches, but came up on the wrong end of a 2-0 score. 3
of the 4 starters in the Dodgers series for LA will be left-handed. Let's send it down to the field. Our national anthem today, performed by Sylvia McNair.
And join Sylvia McNair as she honors the United States by performing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Great to have the military here watching Cubs baseball today as they host the Pittsburgh Pirates. We'll have the lineups and all the action coming up.
WWE superstars.
Look at the size of this human being.
The largest athlete on the planet.
The most dangerous man in the world, the Big Show.
I dominate. I demolish.
Look at the strength, the power.
Gargantuan right hand.
His right hand is unworldly.
Be careful what you wish for, because this giant just might give it to you. WWE superstars. Expect everything.
That hits the spot. It's drinkability. It means Bud Light is good wherever you are. If you're at a party, or playing golf, like those guys, or at the bar. Draw another door. Don't say draw.
Never filling, always refreshing. Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
7 aces.
Masterpiece barbecue sauces and marinades.
What's in a Triscuit? Simple ingredients like soft white winter wheat gathered together for 22 grams of whole grain goodness. It's what makes Triscuit worth every bite. Triscuit, weave some wonder.
Dr. Scholl's massaging gel insoles with 2 different gels for softness and support are outrageously comfortable.
I'd rather walk anyway.
Are you gelling? Dr. Scholl's.
Chicago Cubs baseball on WGN TV, your official summer baseball station. Brought to you by Bud Light Lime, the drinkability of Bud Light with the refreshing taste of lime. Your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Dodge dealers. To find the dealer nearest you, visit DodgeRockChicago.com. The Illinois Lottery. Play the Illinois Lottery. Have a ball. By Pepsi. Every generation refreshes the world. Visit refresheverything.com. And by Southwest Airlines. Travel Southwest Airlines for business and get where you need to go on time. Visit southwest.com today.
Just a great thing. Cubs season ticket holders have teamed up with the Cubs to donate 150 tickets to the ball game today for the United Service Organizations of Illinois in an effort to provide tickets to active military personnel who rarely get a chance to visit the friendly confines of Wrigley Field in person. Great stuff. You're watching the Chicago Cubs on WGN TV, your official summer baseball station. Chicago Cubs baseball in high definition is sponsored by Comcast. Let's check in on the Pittsburgh Pirates starting lineup. Notice no Freddie Sanchez. That's a break for the Cubs. It was a scheduled day off. He is 8 for 9 in the series. Delwyn Young will get the start at second base. You see the LaRoches. Andy, the hotter of the LaRoches right now, he has tied a career high with an 11-game hitting streak.
And let's check out how the Cubs take the field defensively behind Carlos Zambrano today. Brought to you by Pepsi. Pepsi, refresh everything. Soriano, Johnson, Bradley across the outfield. Ryan Friel at third. Ryan Theriot at short. Andres Blanco getting the start at second base. A .314 hitter down at Iowa this year. Plays a little short, little third today at second base. Derek Lee back in the lineup at first base. Giovanni Soto doing the catching today for right-hander Carlos Zambrano.
Remember the DL stint because of the left hamstring. This is his second start since coming off the DL. 5 days ago, he took a 4-0 loss to Jake Peavy. Had really good stuff, was a bit rusty. Walked 4, struck out 7. And he deals a strike on Niger Morgan, and we're underway. Mark Carlson's from Joliet. He'll work the plate. Foul tip, strike 2. Morgan changing up his look.
Got the pants all the way down today.
Doesn't look as fast.
No.
You look faster when you have the pant bottoms up right around the knees.
I'll tell you what looks fast is Carlos Zambrano. When he's throwing strikes, he likes to get up on that bump and get rid of the ball quickly. Of course, that's a very fine line for Carlos between working quickly when you're throwing strikes and working too quickly and losing your release point.
The game time temperature for the entire series exactly the same, 53 degrees, as Morgan lines out to Theriot. Feels a little bit warmer today. We're taking baby steps, Bob. It was 53 Monday, 53.3 last night, and we'll go 53.8 today.
When the sun does peek through the overcast, it's a very comfortable day here at Wrigley Field, but a little chilly in the shade.
Wind out of the north at just 4 miles an hour. And switch hitting. Delwyn Young getting the nod today. Freddie Sanchez almost wasn't in the lineup Monday. And his manager at the last minute changed his mind, and I'm sure he's thankful he did. As Sanchez had 6 hits. He had 2 more last night before the game ended due to rain, as we had just gotten underway in the top of the 6th.
I wouldn't know because I've never experienced it. But I have to believe if I ever had 8 hits in 2 days in the big leagues, the manager's going to have to fist fight me to get me out of the lineup.
Basically, it'll be 2 days off because the Pirates will head home and have a respite tomorrow before hosting the Astros this weekend. Got him, called strike 3. Pretty good week in Chicago. I don't think Freddie wants to leave. They played the White Sox and now the Cubs. Well, the one thing John Russell can do is drop Sanchez in there as a pinch hitter late. I think the best spot to drop him in is when John Russell knows he needs a hit, because as we said last night, it looks like nobody can get him out at the moment. Fouled back by McLeod. 1 strike on the number 3 hitter. That's low, ball 1. 1-1.
One good thing for Big Z today, if you've been with us the last couple of days, he knows when the camera, especially that high first camera, is on him in the dugout. No concerns today. The camera's going to be on him all day.
Ground ball. Derek Lee back in the lineup for the first time in 4 days. Feeling a lot better. 3-1 on the putout. And the Cubs are coming up against lefties Zach Duke.
Pepsi's got another hit on their hands, and it's called Pepsi Throwback. Pepsi Throwback, made with natural sugar, only for a limited time. Sing it, baby.
Logic says you can't pound a nail where you can't swing a hammer. So much for logic. The Craftsman Auto Hammer. The hammer that goes where other hammers can't. Driving home nails with the touch of a button. Innovation. Better value. Craftsman. Trust in your hands.
Oh, whoa, honey. Okay, I mean, you can't. This isn't a stove, all right? I mean, what if I just walked into the kitchen and started making a salad?
That'd be weird.
Right? I mean, look, there's a technique.
Okay. Wow. Okay, everyone. Thanks, hon.
Yep, it's that easy with Kingsford Match Light.
Let's check in on Lou Pinella's Pepsi lineup for today's game against the Pirates. Brought to you by Pepsi. Refresh everything. Soriano and Terrio, as we talked about in the open, getting on, and guys are getting them in. Bradley hitting third, still trying to get over 200. Lee Johnson, Soto, Friel, Andres Blanco making his Cubs debut, and Big Z batting ninth.
Take a look at the Pirates defensively. Nate McLouth in center, Brandon Moss in right, Niger Morgan in left center. That's where he's been playing this whole series. The LaRoche brothers on the corners once again. Ramon Vasquez at shortstop, Delwyn Young at second base. Jason Jaramillo behind home plate once again today. He caught the first game of this series. And on the mound, left-hander Zach Duke. I think it's safe to say he's been a tough luck pitcher this year. The 5-4 record, 2.77 ERA, only 55 hits and 65 innings pitched.
Fouled back by Soriano. 2 strikes on the Cubs leadoff man, who's 14 for 25 against Zach Duke. Drives that ball deep out into right center. McLouth running hard, and he'll get there. The Gold Glover chasing it down on the warning track. 1 out.
Soriano stayed back well, drove that ball to right center field. Long run for Nate McLouth, but had plenty of time to get under it, a step or two short of the warning track, just to the right of straightaway center. Now, Duke is a guy that throughout his career usually gives up a bunch of hits. A league leading 255 hits in just 215 innings pitched back in 06. Last season, 230 base hits in 185 innings.
Ryan Terrio dunks one out into left center for the first hit for either team. A 1-out base runner with Milton Bradley coming up. 5th hit of the series for Terrio, and he was going to be out of the lineup Monday. Derek Lee was scratched, and Cubs had to adjust. He picked up 3 doubles in that game, another hit and an RBI last night. Bradley batting right-handed. We'll see him from the right side a lot this weekend against the Dodgers. Zach Duke 8th in the NL in ERA, tied for 5th in innings. A league leading 2 complete games, 8th in road ERA at 2.57. The major league leader in complete games, Zach Greinke, last night, Bob, with his 5th, and we're not even through the month of May.
He's been pretty good.
0.84 earned run average for Zach Greinke of the Royals.
I guess the only concern for Greinke would be at some point in the second half, is he going to pay a hefty price for all these complete games early in the season? That remains to be seen.
He and Roy Halladay battling for that Cy Young over in the American League already, each with 8 wins. 2-0 on Bradley. With Derek Lee on deck. He's out of sick bay
Can Derek come out and play?
Finally, after missing 3 games. The kick and the 2-0 pitch, and that'll be a fair ball to right into the corner. We'll see if Terrio can score. Mike Quaddy's going to send him home. Bradley will make the turn. He'll head all the way to third. He'll slide in, but he didn't have to, and he's pumped up. It's 1-0 Cubs. First triple for Bradley as a Cub.
Oh, we talked throughout the first 2 games of this series how the Pirates overshift in the outfield. They bunch their corner outfielders toward the gaps, and they do become susceptible to these balls hit down the line. Long run for Brandon Moss. Terrio scored easily from first base, and as you mentioned, Bradley chugging into third with a slide, could have gone in standing up.
Derek Lee with an RBI chance, and he was hot when he got sick. 12 hits over a 7-game hitting streak. Off the plate inside, 2-0. The Cubs have scored in the first inning in all 3 games. That's a good sign.
Well, and you mentioned the string of left-handers that the Cubs are going to face here over the weekend when the Dodgers come to town. Also the lefties that the Pirates have on their pitching staff. I wonder for a switch hitter if they would prefer it to be that way, where they're on the right side consistently for a number of days in a row, or would they prefer to bounce back and forth, back and forth? I would have to think that moving over to that right side of the plate, you'd like to do it for several days in a row so you can get locked in the way Milton Bradley's getting close to getting locked in.
He hasn't had a ton of chances as Duke is back in it against Lee. That triple was just the 23rd official at bat from the right side for Milton Bradley on the season. 3-2 now, and he walked him, and Jaramillo has to find the ball. It was about 3 feet away from him. So the last 3 have reached after Soriano clubbed one that was caught on the track and center.
We highlighted the top of the order in the open of the show, and this is another reason you like to have those guys at the top of the order swinging the bats well or taking their walks. Puts that opposing pitcher immediately under pressure out there on the mound.
John Russell's teams had a pretty good road trip. It ends today. They're 5-4 on the trip, so they'll need a win to make it a winning trip. Pretty expensive hotel bill as the Pirates checked out after what, 6 nights?
I spent what on room service?
A run in, 2 on with 1 out. And the pitch to Reed Johnson. Double play ball. And they don't turn it, and it costs them a run. Well, no Jack Wilson, no Freddie Sanchez today. It's Vasquez and Young. They were able to get 1 out at second base, but then the throw got past LaRoche, and it's 2-0. The throwing error on second baseman Delwyn Young.
Boy, that is a gift for the Cubs, and they will definitely take it. Reed Johnson hit that ball hard to short. Looked like a tailor-made double play ball, and normally would be with Sanchez and Wilson. But Delwyn Young's throw way wide of the bag and in the dirt. Reed Johnson moves into scoring position. The Cubs take a 2-0 lead.
Reed gets fielder's choice and an RBI, and the error on Young allows him to move into scoring position for Giovanni Soto. Soto reached base 4 times Monday. He was out of the lineup last night. Coy Hill got the nod. And Duke continues to work from behind.
Well, the batting average against Zach Duke on the first pitch of an at-bat is only 146, so it seems like the Cubs are going to try to be patient, maybe get him in some hitters counts, 2-0, 2-1, 3-1. His fastball will sit, between 85 and 90 miles an hour. He's not overpowering at all. When he's on his game, he has great command of all 4 of his pitches. It's kind of a poor man's Mark Burley, if you will. He really relies on painting the corners of the plate, changing speeds.
The 2-1 pitch is too high. Well, the Gatorade machine has been fixed after Ryan Dempster took out his frustrations the other night on it. I think the fountains were working all along. It just didn't look quite as pretty above it. Pulled right to Andy LaRoche. He'll toss over to his brother Adam, and that ends the inning. But a good one for the Cubs. They scored twice and give their ace an early lead.
Put a refreshing spin on your summer. Bud Light Lime. Superior drinkability. Ultimate refreshment. A splash of 100% natural lime flavor. One taste and you'll find the summer state of mind. Bud Light Lime.
Check. Strength meets intelligence. The surprisingly efficient Ridgeline, built by Honda.
If you're like a lot of people, you have high blood pressure and you have high cholesterol. You've taken steps to try and lower both your numbers, but how close are you to your goals? There may be more you can do. Only Catawet combines 2 proven medicines in a single pill to significantly lower high blood pressure and high cholesterol. In a clinical study of patients with slightly elevated blood pressure and cholesterol, Catawet helped 48% reach both goals in just 4 weeks.
Catawet is one of many treatment options, in addition to diet and exercise, that you can discuss with your doctor. Catawet is not for everyone. It's not for people with liver problems and women who are nursing, pregnant, or may become pregnant. To check for liver problems, you need simple blood tests. Tell your doctor about any heart problems and all other medications you are taking, or if you experience muscle pain or weakness, as they may be a sign of a rare but serious side effect.
How close are you to where you want to be? Ask your doctor if Catawet can help you go for both your goals.
Cubs plating 2 in the first inning. They both were earned, even though there was an error in that inning. And it's Adam LaRoche, cleanup man for the Bucks. Ball 1.
The Pirates were unable to turn that Reed Johnson double play. Watch the ball as it gets into the glove of the second baseman here. He catches it way up toward the tip of his glove, has to dig for it with his hand, and then probably didn't have a good grip, judging from the throw he made to first base right there. It appears that that glove that Delwyn Young is using is a lot larger than most second basemen's gloves that we see around the league. And that's why they use a small glove. They don't really catch the ball. They deflect it from the air into their throwing hand.
Didn't you have, we won't name the player, who used an outfielder's glove?
Yeah, a 12-inch outfielder's glove at second base. Couldn't figure out why we weren't turning 8 double plays.
That would explain it. Ball 4 as LaRoche becomes the first Pirate base runner. Don't miss the action as the Cubs battle the Dodgers tomorrow night. Game time 7:05. But be sure to get here early. The first 10,000 fans will receive a Cubs keychain. Compliments of Ace Hardware. Love me some Cubs keychains.
Oh, I'm telling you.
I tend to lose my keychain about a week before the giveaway every year.
No yawning.
Here's Andy LaRoche. And with Sanchez not in their lineup, LaRoche is their hottest hitter today. Tying his career high with an 11-game hitting streak. He's had 2 of them already this season. Currently 18 for his last 39. And Z hasn't been able to find the strike zone here.
As good as he was in that first inning, just pounding away at the knees, inside, outside, and over the heart of the plate, he's having trouble finding the zone at all here in this inning.
He's thrown 1 strike in the inning.
These are the kind of things as a manager and a pitching coach will make you scratch your head. You watch Z in that first inning and you think, geez, he's got no hitter stuff today. And he comes out in the second inning and can't find the zone.
And this is going back to your first inning comment about working quickly. He is grabbing the ball, going right back to the rubber. You just want to make sure he takes enough time, and he's walked the first 2. It is hard to explain how Z can get out of whack sometimes, trying to get back in whack, I guess. As he faces Brandon Moss after 2 freebies. That caught the inside corner. On the Cubs side of things, new double play combination for them. Ryan Theriot at short and Andres Blanco at second. Blanco played a lot of short in spring training. And with Aaron Miles going to the DL, the Cubs didn't have a backup shortstop. So Blanco getting the start at second today, but we might see him get a start at short here very soon for Theriot. A lot of roster moves, about as many as you'll see before 1 game in the major leagues. Blanco, the red-hot Jake Fox, who's on the bench, and left-hander Jason Waddell are here. Lefty Neil Kotz sent to AAA Iowa along with Bobby Scales, who's still battling that bad cold but feeling better. Aaron Miles with a right shoulder strain. Remember in spring training he was bothered a little bit by a bad shoulder, so he'll be out hopefully not much more than the minimum 15 days.
Yeah, Miles started to have some shoulder irritation playing shortstop and third base. The longer throw across the diamond in spring training. Was really working hard at sharpening himself up at those positions and came up with a little bit of a sore shoulder, and it's reared its ugly head again.
Of the 3 new Cubs, only Waddell without previous major league time. There's Jason in the bullpen. And if you're wondering about Bobby Scales, and it's a great story, and hopefully Bobby will be back at some point. Theriot jumps, makes the catch, and they only get 1. Well, that's a big first out for Z. Fortunate that ball didn't get over Ryan.
Just an absolute jam shot right in on his thumbs. Little floater up the middle of the diamond. We'll get the 1 out there for sure, and as we always say, if you can get an out, take an out. But you know, if Theriot lets that ball drop, that could possibly turn into a double play, maybe even more.
I know Ryan's good friend Tyrus Thomas. Like to see him get up in the air. The Bulls forward will handle our 7th inning stretch today. Me and Ryan are buddies.
Well, Tyrus could have handled that one flat-footed.
Yes. Fouled back by Ramon Vasquez. But to get back to Bobby Scales, just to finish the thought, there was nothing he did, and Lou complimented him on his all-around play. But Jake Fox being rewarded for tearing up the Pacific Coast League. And Bobby doesn't really play a lot of short, and that's why they needed Blanco to come up here. Vasquez signed a 2-year deal in the offseason, and he singles in the left, and everybody's only going to be able to advance one base. That's their first hit. Here's Jason Jaramillo, switch hitting catcher. Second start of the series. He had 3 hits on Monday, including a double, and he scored a run.
Yeah, you see Carlos putting his right hand up over his head, reminding himself to get in that good arm slot. When he keeps his arm up, he has much better command, much better movement on his pitches. And that arm drops down there a little bit too low. His sinker flattens out, and he really misses the plate a lot on his arm side, which is the third base side of the field.
Cubs still want to turn 2. Has to throw him something near the plate here on a 3-1. Jaramillo doesn't look like he's in a hurry to help Z either, so he's going to have to throw him a strike.
Well, for a youngster, he's been a patient hitter. Only 9 strikeouts on the season. Usually puts the ball in play.
Got a good pitch to swing at, and he missed it. 3-2. Big out here for Z if he can get it. The pitcher Duke is on deck. The 3-2. He popped him up left side, and infield fly rule caught by Terrio. 2 gone.
That's been a struggle in this inning, but so far Carlos has been able to make a big pitch when he needed to. High 4-seam fastball, jams Jaramillo. Little harmless pop up to the left side. Now he has to get the pitcher out, Zach Duke.
He's 4 for 17 on the year, and he pops it foul out of play. Sometimes it's easy to relax in this spot and go, all right, all I have to do is get the pitcher. But we've seen on many occasions, including last night, Sean Marshall coming up with a big 2-out RBI single. Line right at Derek Lee, and that gets him out of it. Z excited after walking the first 2, and they eventually loaded him up. No runs.
How would you like to vacation at the all-new Italian Village at Beaches, Turks and Caicos Resort, Villages and Spa, and bring along 15 of your closest friends and family? Just enter the Beaches Resort's fantastic family flyaway at WGNAmerica.com. You'll get a 5-night luxury included family vacation at Beaches Resorts, including unlimited gourmet dining and premium beverages, water sports, entertainment, round-trip airfare, a private breakfast reception, and more. It's the WGN America Beaches Resort's fantastic family flyaway. Enter today at WGNAmerica.com.
When you're really in pain, relief can't come fast enough. Introducing Bayer Quick Release Crystals. It's ready to go to work faster than caplets or tablets. It's a whole new way from Bayer to dissolve pain fast. New Bayer Quick Release Crystals.
I'm Bob Vila. To me, a room is more than a place to live. It's an expression of who you are. And nothing makes a room stand out like Bellawood hardwood floors. Bellawood floors are 100% solid wood. They're pre-finished and come in over 120 choices.
I saw the Australian cypress and I knew this is it.
Bellawood's finish is 3 times more durable than other brands, and it's backed by a 50-year warranty.
My installer said this is the best wood flooring he's ever used.
Call or click now for a free Bellawood catalog. Bellawood.
Now on sale at Lumber Liquidators.
You know what I like to see?
You got to see this.
What would you like to see? Something funny.
What is this, high school?
Seems like it. Everybody's having sex but me.
I'm just a regular guy. I want to see what everybody else wants to see.
Mama!
Well, wait. Go back. You may want to watch this.
I like to see a television show about us.
Perfect.
I just sat there watching and watching and watching and watching and watching.
Big fan of the Blackhawks and the Bulls. Watching the Cubs today. Batting in the second, leading 2-0.
Got his Cubby boxer shorts on.
I'm not even going to ask how you know that. Brian Friel takes a strike. He's playing third. Got the curve over. 0-2. Roll to Andy LaRoche, who looks it in, gets a good grip, and fires a strike. Cub fans, don't forget to visit the WGN Sports Game Zone at WGNTV.com. Brought to you by The Great Escape. For up-to-the-minute stats and information designed to give you everything you need to know during the game. The WGN Sports Game Zone is available for every Cubs game, and it's brought to you by The Great Escape, pools, patio sets, play sets, hot tubs, and more. Cubs debut of switch hitting infielder Andres Blanco. Big league time with the Kansas City Royals. 78 games between 2004 and 2006. No home runs. .252 batting average. Cubs signed him as a minor league free agent prior to 2008. He was batting .314 at AAA Iowa. We've seen a lot of Blanco in the Cactus League. Without looking it up, I would have to say, aside from Micah Hoffpower, I bet you Andres Blanco logged more innings than any other Cubs position player this spring.
I think you're probably right. Without looking it up, I would have to agree with that. Yeah, Blanco doesn't strike out a lot in AAA, didn't walk a lot in AAA. He's a guy that puts the ball in play most of the time.
Bounced back to Duke. You think the Andy White fan club is being established as we speak?
Probably so, yeah.
Members of the Hank White fan club are looking for a new Cubs related fan club to join. Big Z 1 for 2 right-handed this season. Base hit right field.
It's kind of one of those good news, bad news things. The good news is Carlos got a base hit to keep the inning going. The bad news is Carlos now has to run the bases. Took it real slow down that first base line from our southwest sky cam. Shoots one right through that hole in the right side of the infield. Just a slow jog down to first base.
Brings up Soriano, and he got under it. Vasquez camped underneath. That ends the inning. Cubs 2, Pirates nothing after 2.
Thursday on Around the World for Free. Our first African safari.
It's a hunt. I see something. It's like
a trek across the savannah.
This is not a game, Pop. Just another day on the job. Just going to work.
And life in a Maasai village.
She was like, do you like my spear? He wanted to sell me a spear. I told him I don't think I can get that on a plane. I would love to go on a hunt.
Around the World for Free, Thursday night at 9 East, 6 West, a WGN America original.
Instability, bad.
Nailed it.
Drinkability, good. Not too heavy, not too light. Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
Slow down and grill with KC Masterpiece barbecue sauces and marinades.
Detachability, bad.
Now, you see, that's why I don't ride a bike.
Drinkability, good. Not too heavy, not too light. Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
A 1-2-3 first inning for Carlos Zambrano. That'll be his delivery on the left side. The second inning, he struggled with his command. We talked about maybe being a little too quick. So we synced up his two deliveries here. And at the point of release, you'll clearly see on the right in the second inning, that ball's already on its way to home plate. Just too fast with his delivery. Also, he was a lot more upright in the first inning as he released the ball. The slightest of adjustments makes all the difference in the world in the position your hand and your arm are in when you release that baseball.
Nice work by our crew. 1-1 on Niger Morgan, leadoff man, and he pops it up. Soto coming over, but no play.
You know, Len, those are the kind of things that pitching coaches look for with a pitcher when you go to the video room. You take a successful outing when the guy was throwing the ball well, when he had really good command. You sync it up right next to maybe a recent outing when maybe he wasn't quite so good, and you break it down frame by frame to see if you spot anything that's different. And Gerald Perry and the hitters do the same thing. Take a good swing, slow it down, put it frame by frame right next to a swing recently when maybe you weren't swinging quite so good, and see if there's a mechanical difference. Are you standing too upright? Are your knees bent too much? It's like CSI trying to figure out how to play this game.
Let's put it this way. If we noticed what was going on, you know Larry Rothschild noticed it.
Yep. With or without videotape. When you've seen a guy throw as many pitches as Larry's seen Carlos, he knows what's going on.
Friel was in. The throw almost pulled Derek off of first base. And they get Morgan. 1 out. I think Ryan almost had too much time here.
Well, anytime Niger Morgan's running, you can't assume you've got too much time. He just kind of lollipopped that throw over there from a sidearm delivery, but Derek Lee covers so much ground fielding those throws over there at first base, able to keep his foot on the bag and stretch out and easily get the out.
Young came over from the Dodgers in mid-April. Boy, they go lefty, switchy, lefty, lefty, righty, lefty, lefty, switch hitter, lefty against Zambrano, who is notoriously very tough on right-handed hitters. Two and two. And no doubt John Russell took a look at the matchups, but it's just the starting rotation for the Cubs, and he saw, well, let's see, getaway day, Carlos Zambrano, maybe I can give Wilson and Sanchez a day off. They'll get Thursday off. These things are normally thought about well in advance.
And the manager has to think big picture as well. 162 games over a long season. He has to look at their own schedule, see what they have coming up as Zambrano strikes out. Delwyn Young looking. Well, a lot of reasons for the lineup you see on a daily basis. Okay, for the second time, Delwyn Young goes down looking, and I think in both instances, Giovanni Soto had Carlos Zambrano shake his head no a couple times before delivering a fastball. Usually in a 2-strike count, you don't see many hitters take a fastball right down the middle of the plate, but I think the confusion from Zambrano shaking his head out there on the mound maybe caused Young to look for something else.
With the 2 strikeouts today, Carlos is 8 away from tying Bill Hutchinson for 6th on the all-time Cubs strikeout list right now with 1,214. Hutchinson at 1,222. 1-2 on Nate McLouth. A wind in the pitch got him for his 3rd strikeout. All of the looking variety. Bottom 3. Cubs 2, Pirates nothing.
Amy and I are gonna go grab a cab. Did you get any extra, you know?
I've only got one left.
Having a big night? Alka-Seltzer's the speedy way to relieve indigestion, heartburn, and headache.
Still hungry?
Your pet makes lots of friends, but there's one little friend you don't want him to meet, the flea. Just one in your home can turn into thousands fast, infesting carpets, furniture, even your bed. To stop an infestation, ask for Frontline Plus. It quickly kills fleas, their eggs, and larvae, even ticks. It's waterproof, and one dose lasts all month long. Fleas are nobody's friends. Ask for the vet's #1 choice for dogs and cats, Frontline Plus.
This summer, team up with WGN America and Six Flags, the official theme park of the Chicago Cubs, for WGN America's Six Flags Summer Six-Pack Sweepstakes. Just log on to WGNAmerica.com for your chance to win 6 tickets to any Six Flags park nationwide. That's right, win 6 tickets and an exclusive VIP experience to any Six Flags park. Hurry and log on to WGNAmerica.com for your chance to win today. One lucky winner will win every week from now through Labor Day.
Cubs have scored 16 runs. We haven't even completed 3 games on the homestand. They scored 5 on the 6-game trip. 1-0 on Ryan Theriot. Single and a run his first time up. Duke behind again, 2-0. Bradley and then Lee for the Cubs. Pulled foul. Cardinals are leading at Milwaukee 3-2 in the top of the 7th. Todd Wellemeyer went into the 6th, gave up 2 runs today. They're now into their bullpen. Manny Parra still on for Milwaukee.
No Yadier Molina in the lineup for the Cardinals today, so Nick Stavanoa hitting cleanup behind Albert Pujols.
Terrio's 2 for 2. He's used the whole diamond. All fields in this series. Time now to look at our high-def shot of the game, sponsored by Comcast. A happy 54th birthday to the radio play-by-play voice of the Chicago Cubs, Pat Hughes. In his 14th season, working alongside Ron Santo. See Matt Boltz, producer-engineer in the background. Judd Surratt Happy birthday, Pat.
Indeed.
Cubs baseball in high definition, sponsored by Comcast. 1 strike to Bradley. He tripled home Terrio the last time through the order. Oh, 0-2. Zach Duke used to love pitching at Wrigley Field. 3-1 with a 143 in his first 5 career starts, but his last 3 starts his ERA is over 8. Well, Milton Bradley got a pep talk the other day from Reed Johnson regarding balls and strikes and what a batter may deem a bad call by an umpire. So you don't want to let one missed call ruin an entire at bat. And he also added that he reminded Bradley just how good he is and said when you're in a slump sometimes you can forget that you're a really good player. Guys need to hear that.
Boy, and it always means so much when it comes from a teammate. We've talked about this many times in the past. Lou can talk till he's blue in the face. Gerald Perry can preach to Milton Bradley. But when one of your teammates comes up who's seen you play, knows what you can do on the field, comes up and says something like that, it really rings true. It looked like Jaramillo was thinking about a pickoff attempt down at first base that time. He was coming up out of his crouch as Milton Bradley fouled that ball back to the backstop.
Took a close one, 2-2. Long look by Duke. Here he comes to the plate. Just away.
Well, and we've talked about this in past games here at Wrigley Field. Look how long Jaramillo looks into the dugout before giving the sign to Zach Duke. And Duke is a guy that likes to work quickly as well. He likes to get the ball, get back up on that rubber, and deliver the next pitch. And he's having to wait for his catcher to look over to the bench. Joe Kerrigan, the pitching coach, in the past has called every pitch for his pitching staff. Now, normally the catcher looks over with the runner at first base just to see if they want a pickoff attempt or a pitch out. But like I said, in the past, Joe Kerrigan has called pitches for his pitchers, and maybe that's what's taking so long.
So 2 on with no outs for Derek Lee. Terrio at second, Bradley at first. Strike 1 on Derek.
Let's see if we can pick up anything here. Pitching coach Joe Kerrigan on the left. Jason Jaramillo looks over. He might not be given the signs. It might be coming from somebody else over there on the bench. Or it could be something as simple as right hand on top of left hand. I want to throw a fastball. Left hand on top of right hand. I want to throw something off speed. Whatever it is, the pace for Zach Duke is killing him right now.
The kick in, the pitch. That missed. 1-1. The Pirates have turned a triple play this year. That was at Cincinnati on April 12th. But again, it was Wilson and Sanchez in the middle of the diamond. Today, Vasquez and Young. And Delwyn Young already with a throwing error. Let's go back to April 12th in Cincinnati. 3 for the price of 1.
Runners go.
You always take a chance with no outs when you send the runners. About as routine as a triple play can get.
Yep.
Try to stay out of the double play here, but they cannot. Derek just called out at first. So 2 down with Terrio at third.
Kind of a slow developing double play. That little chopper hit to the left side of the infield. LaRoche gets the ball to second base in pretty good shape. Milton Bradley right on top of Delwyn Young and very close over there at first.
Well, I'm not so sure they got Derek, but he was called out. And it's Reed Johnson taking a strike. Reed was credited with an RBI on the fielder's choice. He hit into. It'll be a tough play for Vasquez, but he makes it. Gets him by a full step. Promising start to the inning. First 2 got on, but nobody scored. 2-zip Cubs after 3.
Pepsi's got another hit on their hands, and it's called Pepsi Throwback. Introducing Pepsi Throwback, made with natural sugar, only for a limited time. Sing it, baby.
Logic says you can't pound a nail where you can't swing a hammer. So much for logic. The Craftsman Auto Hammer. The hammer that goes where other hammers can't. Driving home nails with the touch of a button. Innovation. Better value. Craftsman. Trust in your hands.
Change it up a bit, and you're sure to get a reaction. Don't let erectile dysfunction slow things down. Viagra, America's most prescribed ED treatment, can help you enjoy a more satisfying sexual experience. To learn more, cruise on over to Viagra.com. Ask your doctor if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Don't take Viagra if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Side effects may include headache, flushing, upset stomach, and abnormal vision. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor right away if you experience a sudden decrease in vision or hearing. Now's the time to get moving and ask your doctor if Viagra is right for you.
Comes a 1-0 from Carlos to Adam LaRoche, fouled back. 1-1. It's 2-0 Cubs. Both runs coming in the opening inning. Really good chance in the third inning with 2 on for the cleanup man, but then Derek Lee bounced into a 5-4-3. And Reed Johnson grounded out. Sir, do you know you have a baseball on your head?
I wouldn't go near anybody with a bat in their hand right now if I were that gentleman.
Hope he can breathe. Definitely eat peanuts.
Chin strap's just a little short.
3 balls, 2 strikes. LaRoche led off the second by walking, and then his brother walked as well before Z eventually got out of it. Second shot at career win number 100 for Carlos Zambrano. Terrio just can't get it. I don't know if that ball fooled him or not. He was in the area. It was hit really hard by LaRoche. He left his feet and just missed it.
Yeah, he didn't move initially when that ball came off the bat of LaRoche. Sometimes those middle infielders will lose the ball out of his shirt behind home plate. Ryan was positioned up the middle of the field for LaRoche. You see where he is right there. The ball comes off the bat. He freezes initially, and then a step and a dive and can't quite get there. And sometimes the action on the baseball as well. If you hit a knuckleball out there, it moves erratically in directions that you're not expecting.
One and one on Andy LaRoche. This will be Z's final start as a 27-year-old. He turns 28 on June 1st. That's Tuesday. And he should get the start that night against the Braves in Atlanta, a game that you can catch right here on WGN Sports at 6 o'clock Central Time. Carlos 6'5", 255 from Puerto Cabello, Venezuela. He is signed through 2012 as a vesting option for the following year. Three and 2 on LaRoche. Shortest outing of the year for Z. Last time out 4 2/3. He made 97 pitches. Runner going, and it's hit foul. It's Brandon Moss on deck. This is the only part of the order that's given Z any trouble here early on. Runner not going, and it's off the foot of Zambrano. Blanco will get the out at first.
The 2009 Chicago Cubs baseball season on WGN, your official summer baseball station, is brought to you by Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
Mark O'Neill coming out just to make sure that Z's all right. Larry Rothschild came halfway out. But it looked like the former soccer player did that on purpose. Let's see.
Hey, you just react out there on the mound. You don't really have time to think, well, what if I let this one go through? It looked like he deflected it with his left leg back to Blanco's left. Possibly if he lets that ball get through, turns into an easy double play at second base, but we'll never know.
He was joking in the clubhouse before the game. He asked one of the relievers, can you pitch for me today? He wanted to watch the big football match between Barcelona and Manchester. Moss pops it up, broke his bat, and Terrio catches it. Carlos loves his soccer.
Yes, indeed. That's the second time Moss has been jammed badly and hit a little floating pop-up to Ryan Terrio in the middle of the field. Vasquez 1 for 1.
Runner at second, 2 outs. We're in the 4th. Good block by Soto. It looks like Leonard Nimoy. We've had all kinds of fun lookalikes over the past week or so. Saw Batman and Gary Shandling in San Diego. At least people had a vague resemblance.
Leroy Neiman. So our guy here today looks just like Tyrus Thomas.
Thought I saw Bill Cowher. I think you're referring to him.
Yeah.
Dennis Hopper, maybe? The 2-2, and that'll get down. LaRoche is going to try to score, and he will, only because that ball wasn't hit hard enough. Well, any single to left with Adam LaRoche at second base, Soriano is generally going to have a shot at him because Adam doesn't run that well. But that ball was just feathered over Friel by Ramon Vasquez.
Well, you're absolutely right. A hard hit ball. Tony Beasley at third base probably has to hold Adam LaRoche, but because that little floater just got out there on the grass and died over near the Cubs bullpen, it became an easy send and an easy score for the Pirates.
That was almost a balk. Like Carlos was in slow motion throwing it to first. As you always say, just kind of looked funny.
Looked different.
Crowd getting excited. The sun's coming out.
Gary Presley breaks into "You Are My Sunshine." I love it.
Sharply hit bouncer. Gobbled up by Blanco, and that's the inning. They do get their first run to the bottom of the 4th. Soto, Friel, and Blanco coming up 2-1.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced nor retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs.
Man, love that drinkability.
Drink what?
Drinkability. It's what makes Bud Light so incredibly refreshing. It's like a wave of refreshment, gently washing over your whole body. It's getting bigger. Here comes the refreshment. That almost never happens. Easy drinking, always refreshing. Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
No hard feelings.
When you're really in pain, relief can't come fast enough. Introducing Bayer Quick Release Crystals. It's ready to go to work faster than caplets or tablets. It's a whole new way from Bayer to dissolve pain fast. New Bayer Quick Release Crystals.
He was meeting my friends for the first time. We knew the perfect place to go.
I guess I did okay.
I knew they'd love him.
Try Olive Garden's new lasagna rollatini with chicken and fontina cream sauce. Or try the savory sausage and tomato Alfredo, starting at $9.95 at Olive Garden.
What's our favorite part of Honey Bunches of Oats?
The sparkly flakes.
The Honey Baked Bunches!
The magic's in the mix.
My favorite part, eating it.
Honey Bunches of Oats. Taste the joy we put in every spoonful.
Pretty powerful stuff.
Wow.
I know.
Here is no limit.
Unbelievable.
A partner, Jimmy Buffett and the Coral Reefer Band will be playing the Toyota Park August 8th and August 15th, brought to you by Land Shark Lager. Tickets are available exclusively at livenation.com. Jimmy Buffett and the Coral Reefer Band, August 8th, August 15th, brought to you by Land Shark Lager. Let the fin begin.
2-1, the Cubs have the lead. Sun made a brief appearance. But more cloud cover on this cool afternoon. 1-1 the count on Giovanni Soto. Lights have been on since we started. Just have not seen Zach Duke at his best today. He's had to battle, gave up 2 in the first, nothing since, but the Cubs have had at least one base runner in each of the first 3 innings. Duke made 31 starts last year, and he won 5 games. He's already won 5 through 9 starts this season. His best year was his first one, 8-2 with a 181 and just 14 starts in 2005. He's from Clifton, Texas. 3-2 on Soto. A rough finish last season for Zach Duke over his final 18 starts. It's over half a season. He went 1-10, and the lone win was a complete game shutout here. Called strike 3. It's his first strikeout on the day.
Hey, look at the splits for Zach Duke this season. Coming into play today, he had given up 22 runs on the season. 10 of those runs had been scored in the 4th inning. Almost half of the runs scored against him came in the 4th inning of ball games, which is usually the second time through the batting order.
Ryan Friel with an opposite field base hit. Running hard around first, and he actually slides to slow himself down. Like a runaway train around first base. He might be hurt.
Now, some guys will do that intentionally because it's much easier to slow down your momentum and stop and get back to first base by sliding than it is to try to take several steps and slow down. But take another look at it here. Not sure if that was intentional or not. Limping a little bit on that left leg as he goes back to the bag.
I should correct myself. I said the complete game shutout was actually at San Francisco for Duke last year. In the midst of his late season struggles, but off to a good start this season. How about Blanco batting left-handed? Did he bat righty the first time?
Yeah, I think he did.
Okay then. Things that make you go
Well, Duke throws more straight changeups to right-handed hitters, more breaking balls to lefties. Maybe Blanco feels better attacking that breaking ball than the changeup.
Does attack it, and he's retired as he flies to right. Let's step aside and see what's coming up on WGN.
WWE Superstars, Thursday at 8 East 8 West on WGN America.
Len and Bob on our WGN Sports crew from the friendly confines. Carlos Zambrano is 1 for 1 at the plate. He has a 2-1 lead on the mound. That's a strike. The Padres' 10-game winning streak came to an end last night in Arizona. Chris Young with a leaping catch near the wall in the 9th, helping Arizona win 6-5. They almost blew another big lead, but they were able to hold on. Some long hitting streaks. Ichiro has a 20-gamer with Seattle. Jacoby Ellsbury, 21 games for the Red Sox. They dropped David Ortiz to the 6th spot in their order last night. Swing and the miss, and that ends the inning. 2 strikeouts for Duke in the 4th. It's 2-1 Cubs.
Now, more than ever, you want to keep your loved ones safe and secure. Give them the gift of financial security from New York Life. We've been protecting families for over 164 years. New York Life, the company you keep.
Chore. Choree. Rinse. Rinse. With McDonald's McCafe iced coffee, a better day is possible, or possible. Bold Arabica beans taste smooth and creamy. Sprinkle. Sprinkle. If you haven't tried an iced coffee yet, McCafe your day.
Here's Ryan getting ready to make his approach. To the men's room. Looks like he needs to go urgently. True. And there's Casey about to drive, also to the men's room. He has been going over and over. Now Wilson, 3rd time today, says he's going a lot at night, too. Yes, I'm afraid he thinks it's par for the course. They ought to see their doctors. Could be male urinary symptoms due to BPH and enlarged prostate. For many guys, prescription Flomax reduces their urinary symptoms due to BPH in 1 week. 1 week. Only your doctor can tell if you have BPH, not a more serious condition like prostate cancer. Avoid driving or hazardous tasks for 12 hours after your first dose or increase in dose, as a sudden drop in blood pressure may occur, rarely resulting in fainting. If considering cataract surgery, tell your eye surgeon you've taken Flomax. Common side effects are runny nose, dizziness, and decrease in semen. Ask your doctor if Flomax is right for you. And call 877-4FLOMAX to see if you qualify for up to $40 off new or refill prescriptions. For many men, Flomax can make a difference in 1 week.
You have dreams for your children. Don't let times like these stand in the way of them. Protect your family with the gift of financial security, backed by the highest possible ratings for financial strength. New York Life, the company you keep.
Called strike on Zach Duke. Mike Fontenot has entered the game at 3rd base for the injured Ryan Friel. And Duke serves it into center, tying runners on base. It's the 5th inning, brought to you by Subway. Hey, Chicagoland viewers, how would you like to win 5 $5 footlongs from Subway? Just be the 500th texter to text Subway to 97999. Go to WGNTV.com for complete info and rules. Fontenot is way in at 3rd. Duke at 1st with a short lead as Morgan bounces it foul. Called strike.
Now Fontenot in the game for Ryan Friel. We saw him slide around first base on his base hit to right field. And as he went back to the bag, favoring that left leg just a little bit, grabbing at the back of his knee or the back of his hamstring. Not sure exactly the injury or the extent of the injury, but Fontenot in there now.
Johnson hustling, and he won't get there in time. And the Pirates have 2 on with no outs. They haven't hit the ball very hard this inning. But they have found some green space in the outfield.
Well, you can go back to that base hit by Vasquez in the 4th inning to drive home their only run of the game. It was just a little floater down the third baseline, placed perfectly to get the slow-footed Adam LaRoche around from second base to home.
Young showing bunt and looking at ball 1. Each team now with 5 hits. All the hits for Pittsburgh have been singles. The Cubs have 4 singles and a triple.
We say it all the time, in a bunt situation, that runner at second base becomes very vulnerable, especially now it's a pitcher.
It's foul. Soto tried to pick it up right off the plate and turn a double play.
And just a point of rule, home plate itself is in fair territory. So if that ball is directly over home plate when he picks it up, it should be ruled a fair ball. But Mark Carlson, right on top of it, ruled that that ball was actually behind the plate when Gio picked it up. Yeah, when you're that base runner at second base in a sacrifice bunt situation and the batter bunts through the ball, the catcher always has an automatic pickoff attempt on that. Somebody will be at second base. And when that batter bunts through the ball, invariably that runner takes one extra step toward third base before he realizes that the ball has not been bunted. That's when you get picked off.
3-1. Big pitch coming up here. Young had a really good rip at it. Full count, 3-2.
They've gotten Young to look at a called strike 3 in his first 2 at bats of this game, and both times Giovanni Soto shook his head no to Big Z out there on the mound. This time he just gives the signs. No trickery involved.
Got him again. Delwyn Young has taken a called third all 3 times.
I don't know, must be waiting on a knuckleball. I mean, all 3 of them have been fastballs right down the heart of the plate. Not sure exactly what he's looking for in that 2-strike count from our Southwest Sky Cam. 3rd time today Young has made that walk back to the dugout.
Low and away to McLeod. Left hamstring strain. That's why Ryan Friel is out. Didn't he have left hammy was bothering him right when he got to the Cubs, I recall.
Scratched from his first start, I believe, because of some tenderness in that left hamstring.
Unfortunately, it's back. McLeod caught Soto on the backswing. Actually, had a follow through. 2-1. The pitcher led off the inning with a single. And the leadoff man Morgan followed up with a base hit. Young caught looking on strikes. And a 2-2 pitch to Nate McLeod. He's out in front and he pulls it foul. Carlos Marmol is back and available today after welcoming in his new daughter Caroline. So the Marmols with 2 girls, and everybody's doing well. He hasn't gotten much sleep, but back with the ball club today and available in the bullpen.
Well, Carlos is outnumbered at home. He's going to lose every family vote.
Topped, and Derek will have one play. That's first. Unassisted for the second out.
Looks like Lou wants to make a trip to the mound, talk to Big Z, and see how they want to go about working to the LaRoche family here.
Watch the Cubs take on the Dodgers this Saturday at 3:10. Kids get to the ballpark early. The first 5,000 children 13 and younger will receive an exclusive Chicago Cubs plush bear from Build-A-Bear Workshop. Compliments of Pepsi and Navy Pier. Now, this isn't that easy to figure out. I mean, LaRoche with a walk and a single, and they are going to intentionally walk him, but as we talked about, Andy is the hottest Pirate aside from Freddie Sanchez.
Adam, who's taking the intentional walk here, did single and score back in that fourth inning and has had a lot more experience facing Carlos Zambrano, a lot more at bats in his career, so load him up, give the infield an opportunity to have a force play at any base to get out of this inning.
So walk number 3 on the day for Z. He's the man who can't be retired. Cubs have only gotten Freddie Sanchez out once in the series. It's like Obi-Wan Kenobi over there in the dugout. Bases loaded for Andy LaRoche. Blanco will flip. Terrio covering second. Good choice on the intentional walk. It worked out for the Cubs. They leave him loaded for the second time today.
You do get a hint of drinkability right away.
Does my pen have writability?
Come on, people. We gotta focus. We're not leaving until we've met our budget. We need ideas.
We could cut back on marketing.
We could eliminate bonuses. How about we stop buying Bud Light for every meeting?
It's the only beer with just the right taste. Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
It was a joke!
Amy and I are gonna go grab a cab. Did you get any extra, you know?
I've only got one left.
Having a big night? Alka-Seltzer's the speedy way to relieve indigestion, heartburn, and headache.
Still hungry?
Mm-hmm. If you're like a lot of people, you have high blood pressure and you have high cholesterol. You've taken steps to try and lower both your numbers, but how close are you to your goals? There may be more you can do. Only Catawet combines 2 proven medicines in a single pill to significantly lower high blood pressure and high cholesterol. In a clinical study of patients with slightly elevated blood pressure and cholesterol, Catawet helped 48% reach both goals in just 4 weeks.
Catawit is one of many treatment options, in addition to diet and exercise, that you can discuss with your doctor. Catawit is not for everyone. It's not for people with liver problems and women who are nursing, pregnant, or may become pregnant. To check for liver problems, you need simple blood tests. Tell your doctor about any heart problems and all other medications you are taking, or if you experience muscle pain or weakness, as they may be a sign of a rare but serious side effect.
How close are you to where you want to be? Ask your doctor if Catawit can help you go for both your goals.
To have a ball with our friends at the Illinois Lottery. As we've mentioned, Cubs season ticket holders teaming up with the team to donate 150 tickets to today's game for the USO of Illinois, and they got to meet the Cubs players and a great moment before the first pitch of this ball game. That's today's Have a Ball thanks to the Illinois Lottery. 1-1 the count on Alfonso Soriano. We're in the bottom of the 5th with the Cubs clinging to a 2-1 lead. High fly to right. This one's twisting foul. But the Cubs 8-game losing streak ending last night. The longest skid in the majors belongs to the Toronto Blue Jays, who got off to a great start. They're trying to end an 8-gamer, and they lead at Baltimore 8-3. Pulled fair past a diving Andy LaRoche. Morgan will get it in the corner, and Soriano has an easy double.
Ball was absolutely smoked down that third baseline. A lot of topspin. That big first hop. The ball accelerates right through the Cubs bullpen. Just a little slip there by Morgan. I think he had thoughts about trying to go to second base to get Soriano, but after the slip, could only lob it back into third base.
Outside Ontario, 1-0. Look for this name, Matt, and I believe it's Wieters, W-I-E-T-E-R-S, switch hitting catcher. One of the top prospects in all of baseball with the Orioles organization. Sounds like they're going to bring him up to the majors this weekend. He was Baseball America's minor league player of the year last year.
Baltimore 6 games under 500 going into play today, sitting in dead last in that American League East, 7 games behind the Red Sox.
It's funny on the pronunciation of the names, and I always try to get them right, and I remember looking around over the winter to find how to pronounce his last name. Is it Wieters, Wieters? And I think about Andre Agassi when he first became a pro tennis player, and everyone was calling him Andre Agassi. So at some point everyone's going to get Matt's name correct. Usually that's a sign that he's here to stay.
And the
word will get around.
The better he does, the sooner they'll learn how to pronounce his name.
That's right. Well, have you seen this kid Agassi? He's really good. Playing John McEnroe. Right back to the pitcher, but that'll get Soriano to third. That's playing a little small ball. Let's check out who's moving forward with Toyota. Get the truck started. Here we go. Milton Bradley has gotten it going.
Getting on that plate and getting his teammates on that plate. That's the name of the game. Driving them in and scoring them.
That's today's Toyota moving forward, thanks to Toyota. Infield in. Bradley pops it foul to the seats.
They clearly see Milton Bradley bent over there stretching a little bit. That's the last thing in the world the Cubs need right now.
Nothing in 2 on Bradley. Duke finally has a sign from Jaramillo, and the 0-2 pitch. 1-2. Duke with just 2 strikeouts. He'd like to ring up Bradley here, give himself a chance to escape with no damage. That's high. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, Duke has not been a big-time strikeout pitcher this year. A season high of 7 his last time out against the White Sox. That 8-inning complete game.
The 6'2" lefty coming back, and a high fly. It's not deep. Moss coming way in. He already has 5 assists. Soriano is going to come a third of the way down the line, and good choice to head back to the bag.
The ball just skied in the air high to right field, but you'll clearly see Brandon Moss coming in hard and fields that ball in really shallow right center field. Easy throw to home plate. No chance for Soriano.
It's up to Lee. Everybody back with 2 outs. Called strike. A walk and a double play. And Derek in his return to the lineup 0 for 1. Detroit leads at Kansas City 7-2 in the 6th. Miguel Cabrera with his 10th home run. Placido Polanco his first. Mark Teahan has hit his 6th for the Royals. Seattle is at Oakland. They're just underway 0-0 in the first. And back over here in the NL, the Dodgers with runs in the first and the second, 2-0 in the third at Colorado. They're trying to sweep that series as Derek has a couple of words for the home plate umpire Mark Carlson. This is a big swing pitch.
Jaramillo didn't do any favors the way he caught that ball. You clearly see he pushed it off the outside corner at the knees, down low and away, made it look a lot worse than it really was. Talk about that all the time with Giovanni Soto, how he tends to make pitches look better than they really are. Well, in that instance, the catcher made it look worse than it really was.
Rob Davidson had a few words with the Cubs the other night when he was behind the plate. He threw out Ted Lilly. Wasn't even in the game. Delwyn Young with a little slip, but recovers in time. And Cubs have had chances to get more than the 2 they've gotten today. They do lead 2-1.
Start your night with a bang, because we've stacked all the into one big hour. AFB tonight at 7 East 4 West on WGN America.
Logic says you can't pound a nail where you can't swing a hammer. So much for logic. The Craftsman Auto Hammer. The hammer that goes where other hammers can't. Driving home nails with the touch of a button. Innovation. Better value. Craftsman. Trust in your hands.
I'm Bob Vila. To me, a room is more than a place to live. It's an expression of who you are. And nothing makes a room stand out like Bellawood hardwood floors. Bellawood floors are 100% solid wood. They're pre-finished and come in over 120 choices.
I saw the Australian cypress and I knew this is it.
Bellawood's finish is 3 times more durable than other brands, and it's backed by a 50-year warranty.
My installer said this is the best wood flooring he's ever used.
Call or click now for a free Bellawood catalog. Bellawood.
Now on sale at
Lumber Liquidators.
Geico's been saving people money on car insurance for over 70 years. And who doesn't want value for their dollar? Been true since the day I made my first dollar. Where is that dollar? I got it out to show you.
Was it rather old and wrinkly?
Yeah, you saw it?
Fancy a crisp?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Still 2-1 Cubs. Brandon Moss leading off the Pirates' 6th. Called strike from Big Z. Tapped foul. Cub fans, don't forget to check out our WGN baseball blog on WGNTV.com. Click on the sports link. Look for Len and Bob's baseball blog. Bob has a post on the blog today. I have a few lines on the roster moves made before the ball game. There's a link to our new podcast, game notes from our friends at Stats Inc., and much, much more, as Brandon Moss didn't like that call. I don't see any swinging strikeouts. 5 punch-outs for Z, and they've all been looking. If you'd like to send us an email, it's lenandbob@chicagonow.com. She doesn't look that impressed that we have a new email address. Ball 1 on Vasquez, who's 2 for 2 with an RBI. Hey, get well wishes go out to Dan Dickerson, the radio voice of the Tigers, as Johnson will have to play this one on the hop, and Vasquez is 3 for 3. Dan had to go back to Detroit from Kansas City, where the Tigers are playing the Royals, because he ruptured a left quad tendon while he was jogging near the team hotel. And as you said last night, that's why you don't jog.
That's why I don't
smart.
jog. It's dangerous.
Broadcasters and jogging, that's a bad combination. We'll see Dan and the Tigers coming up in interleague play in June. Of all the things that I'm sure he worried about knocking him off the air, losing your voice, bad cold, he probably thought the last thing would be a leg injury. Jaramillo out in the right, where it's hauled in by Bradley. 2 outs. How's your knee doing? You weren't moving around too well the other day.
It's day to day, partner. Got some rust in there, some bottle caps, some glass shards. And this weather's just great for arthritic knees. Just trying to keep up with you, that's all. Step and a half.
Gary Pressey playing Duke of Earl with Zach Duke. Batting 2 outs. We're in the 6th. I saw Matt Capps was playing catch in the outfield today, just a couple of days after he took a rocket off his elbow. And miraculously, there was no break. He's hoping to be back by Friday, but that might be optimistic. The Pirates will be pretty cautious with their closer.
There may have been no break, but can you imagine the trepidation that one would have making that first toss after taking a line drive off your throwing elbow? Ugh.
Well, his body language when he got hit said my season's over, and you could tell he was afraid. The 2-2 to Zach Duke, a foul tip strikeout, number 6 on the day for Z. First time it's been swinging. It's 2-1 Cubs.
Chicago Cubs baseball is brought to you by Pepsi. Refresh everything. Visit refresheverything.com.
Basically, it's about symmetry. I'm good.
Be honest here, man.
Fuck it. I'm good.
My bad. I'm good. I'm the man! I'm good.
Ready? No.
Men can take anything.
I'm good.
Except the taste of Diet Cola. Until now, Pepsi Max, the first Diet Cola for men.
This is good.
He was meeting my friends for the first time. We knew the perfect place to go.
I guess I did okay.
I knew they'd love him.
Try Olive Garden's new lasagna rollatini with chicken and fontina cream sauce. Or try the savory sausage and tomato Alfredo, starting at $9.95 at Olive Garden.
In the most uncertain times, there are some things we know for sure. there will still be weddings, still be babies, and still be bright futures. That's why New York Life has been helping families plan for the expected and unexpected for 164 years. Backed by the highest ratings for financial strength, we're safe and secure, so you can be too. Give your family the gift of a secure financial future. New York Life, the company you keep.
Regular Kool-Aid goes almost 3 times further than soda. Kool-Aid, delivering more smiles per gallon.
That's the Samoan bulldozer Umaga. Umaga is inhuman.
WWE superstars. Expect everything.
It's been a nice outing so far for Carlos Zambrano as he gets closer to his 100th career victory. And Zach Duke has battled and been able to keep his team in it.
Well, the second inning for Carlos, things looked like they were going to come unglued a little bit. Back-to-back walks to start the inning, but got out of it unscathed. And the run the Pirates did score in the fourth came on a little floater to left field. He's looked pretty good second time back off the disabled list.
I want to give a shout out to Melissa Kupsko, a huge Cubs fan, middle school teacher at Still School in Aurora. Her classroom is adorned with Cubs logos and photos and a replica Wrigley Field scoreboard. Her nickname is Miss Cubs Go. So we wanted to give her entire class a mention today as Reed Johnson flies to center. If you've never been to Wrigley Field or been 1,000 times, a guided tour of the friendly confines has something for everyone. Each tour includes visits to places like the press box, clubhouses, dugouts, and much more. Tours are available on select dates throughout the season. Tickets are $25. A portion of the proceeds will benefit Cubs designated charities. Cubs.com for tickets and more info as Soto grounds out. LaRoche to LaRoche. Also a shout out to Rory Crines. Watches Cubs baseball whenever she can up in Wisconsin.
Also glad to have a couple of friends in the ballpark today. Jim and Linda Lau from Boise. The host parents for my son Michael last year when he played up in Boise. Also for Micah Hoffpower in the past, and for Pirates relief pitcher Donnie Veal in town here for a few days, catching some Cubs games and renewing acquaintances with some of their old housemates.
The 1-1 to Fontenot, pulled into right, base hit. So Mike's first at bat, he came in for Friel with a hamstring injury. And Mike's getting hot. Now Andres Blanco.
Yeah,
first at bat on the left, second at bat on the right, and he's going to stay lefty. So he saw something or didn't feel right, or maybe the helmet didn't fit. I don't know. Switch hitters use 2 different helmets. Most of them do. Occasionally a switch hitter will have the double flap helmet. But we'll have to ask Andres why in fact he went lefty against a lefty. In on the hands and fouled back. After losing 1-0 in extras in game 1, the Cardinals came back and won the final 2 games of that series. In Milwaukee, St. Louis with a game lead over the Brewers in the division. 3-2 the final. Todd Wellemeyer has pitched better lately as he defeated Manny Parra. Gary Varsho, the bench coach, former Cub outfielder. As we continue this Wisconsin theme, both he and the catcher Jaramillo are from Wisconsin. He's picked by Ivan De Jesus, who could pick him at short during his long major league career.
Boy, Ivan had a cannon for a throwing arm. He uses it now to throw batting practice on a daily basis to the Cubs, getting them ready for each day's game.
Oh, 0-2 with 2 outs. A fly to right. Moss coming on. He will get there. And we put 6 in the books. Off to the 7th inning from Wrigley Field. Rubber game today, and the Cubs lead 2-1.
You can settle down. You can fire it up. You can tune it in. But it's still not summer until you bring it out. Bud Light Lime. Superior drinkability. Ultimate refreshment. A splash of 100% natural lime flavor. One taste and you'll find the summer state of mind. Bud Light Lime.
When you're really in pain, relief can't come fast enough. Introducing Bayer Quick Release Crystals. It's ready to go to work faster than caplets or tablets. It's a whole new way from Bayer to dissolve pain fast. New Bayer Quick Release Crystals.
Chore. Choree. Rinse. Rinse-a. With McDonald's McCafe iced coffee, a better day is possible, or possible-a. Bold Arabica beans taste smooth and creamy. Sprinkle. Sprinkle-a. If you haven't tried an iced coffee yet, McCafe your day.
The tribute to Christopher Walken.
Celebrated a birthday this past week. Feel younger. Not sure how. Must be booze.
Could be. Time for today's Bud Light Fan Cam. With most of the colleges out for the summer, we dedicate this one to all the grads. Homework by the Jay Giles Band.
Whoa, baby, I might be a fool, wasting my time about going to school. The way you love me so, I can't do my homework anymore. I can't do my homework anymore. Whoa, baby.
Oh, baby. That's today's Bud Light Fan Cam. Just the right taste that never fills you up. The difference is drinkability.
I like that track. Can't say I've heard that one. Niger Morgan, base hit. And he's going to take at least 2 on his way to third. Tying run 90 feet away with no outs. A single and an error on Soriano. 4th error on Alfonso. Bob, I think he might have thought about 2, even if Soriano picked it up cleanly, but once it got past him, Morgan was thinking nothing but 3.
A little slicer down into that left field corner once again. Soriano gets over there in pretty good shape to cut it off, but just didn't get his glove down far enough, skipped underneath, and at that point there was no doubt Morgan was going to go for 3.
And it's Delwyn Young, who has struck out 3 times looking, and he pops it up. What a day he's had. Flips the bat away as Soto catches it in foul territory for the first out. Well, the second baseman early in this series, Freddie Sanchez, couldn't make an out, and today Delwyn Young filling in. 3 strikeouts and a foul out, and the Cubs were giving them the tying run. They had the infield back.
Yeah, anything there. You just play Pepper, hit a ground ball anywhere but right back to the mound, and you're going to get a run home.
They will now bring the infield in with 1 out. Now, if you're sitting at home going, well, why did you have him back and now in? Well, with no outs, you're trying to avoid a big inning. But now with 1, if you can keep that guy from scoring, you have a great chance to get out of it. 1 strike on McLeod. Knocked down, and Morgan's going to try to score. Might be a play. Save. He just got in. I thought he got him. And Lou's got to come out to keep his pitcher in the ball game. Well, he bumped him. You can't do that, Carlos. Come on, Carlos. You got to be careful. He bumped him, and that might be a suspension for Zambrano. Lou has got, I'll tell you, Larry's coming out. They got to get Carlos off the field. And he just throws the ball up into the bleachers. Well, didn't quite get there, but he is livid. I thought he had an argument. And he is now out of the game, and it's a 2-2 tie.
It was a nice play by Giovanni Soto to get on that wild pitch quickly. He blocked it. It kicked over to the third base side, tossed to Zambrano. And I don't know if he got that hand in there or not. Carlos, in effect, blocked home plate away from Nyjer Morgan. We'll get another look at it here.
You know, he might have gotten a left hand in.
Really, really close. I mean, Mark Carlson had a great look at it, was right there on top of the plate, could clearly see Morgan sliding in on his belly, and Zambrano trying to block the plate. That slight bump there with the right arm got him ejected.
It was not much of a bump.
Threw the ball out to the warning track. That's going to cost him a little more dough. Threw his glove against the fence over in front of the dugout. That's going to probably cost him a little more dough as well.
Well, we'll be back. Angel Guzman is on. It's 2-2.
This summer, team up with WGN America and Six Flags, the official theme park of the Chicago Cubs, for WGN America's Six Flags Summer Six-Pack Sweepstakes. Just log on to WGNAmerica.com for your chance to win 6 tickets to any Six Flags park nationwide. That's right, win 6 tickets and an exclusive VIP experience to any Six Flags park. Hurry and log on to WGNAmerica.com for your chance to win today. One lucky winner will win every week from now through Labor Day. By searching the web. It's called the Search Wingeon, and it's real easy to use. Go to WGNAmerica.com and click on the Search Wingeon link. Sign yourself up, and you can earn points towards free stuff with every search. The more you use the Search Wingeon, the more swag bucks you get to cash in. And if you tell a friend, you can double your bucks. So why not get free stuff for an internet search you were going to do anyway? It's the Search Wingeon on WGNAmerica.com, and it's your ticket to free stuff. And in times like these, who couldn't use some free stuff?
So Angel Guzman is in. A ball and 2 strikes now. Here's his second pitch to McLeod. 2-2. Carlos Zambrano ejected after a very close play on a wild pitch and then a tag. And Nyjer Morgan just got in, according to Mark Carlson. Bat goes flying. The ball is up in the air, and Terrio will catch it.
You know, Carlos was ejected for supposedly bumping home plate umpire Mark Carlson. Carlson is moving into Zambrano right there. Contact is made, and only then does Carlos push back with his right arm. Hopefully Major League Baseball will review this video very carefully. Carlos did not instigate that contact. Mark Carlson was moving into him.
And that could be key in any sort of extra punishment. No question fines will be involved. He got kicked out, threw the ball, and his glove as well. And the Gatorade machine is 0 for 2 this week. Well, we kind of had a feeling that was going to happen. But it still works.
Still works.
Ed Halber getting some water. I guess if you're in the dugout and you want to be on camera, just go near the Gatorade machine.
Not too near the Gatorade machine.
The 2-1 swing and a miss by Adam LaRoche. Tyrus Thomas with the Bulls coming up with our 7th inning stretch. Angels 2-2 pitch, a high deep fly. Johnson is back on the warning track. He caught it right in the ivy to end the inning. Picked up his glasses. Nicely done, Reed Johnson. Time for the stretch.
Thomas.
All right, fans, let me hear it. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out. Take me out to the crowd. By me. Y'all going too slow. Girl Jacks, I don't care if they ever come back, for it's root for the Cubbies. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's one that they own.
Masterpiece barbecue sauces and marinades.
Any given time, this music is playing in a woman's head. Ready? And that the smallest conversation can just go so south. It's like, Owen, are you hungry, Owen? I'm like, no. She's like, where did you eat? I'm like, I ate at Wendy's. She's like, Wendy's? Who the hell is Wendy? I'm like,
Michael Hoffpower pinch hitting. And he pops out to the second baseman, Delwyn Young. How about Reed Johnson? He just keeps making great catches in the outfield. This one's not easy.
Hardest hit ball of the game. Adam LaRoche chases Reed Johnson all the way back to the vines in straightaway center. He knows he's getting close to that wall. Refuses to give in to the bricks or the ivy. Nice play.
1-0 on Alfonso Soriano. 2-2 the score. Tyrus Thomas pulls forward with us in the booth. We had a little excitement there in the top of the 7th for the stretch. You're kind of getting into it watching Carlos at home plate.
Yeah, that was a very emotional play right there.
Speaking of emotional, what a grind, the 7-game series against the Celtics.
Yeah, it was. I think it was good for us being a young team. You know, always we wish we could have pulled it out. But I think that was a good building block for us, and hopefully we can come back next year and be ready to build on it.
We saw you laughing as Ryan Terrio went up to make a catch earlier in the game. Did you like to see him get up in the air? What was your assessment of Ryan and his hops?
Yeah. You know, he's a Baton Rouge guy. Not only did he go to LSU, but we're both from the same hometown of Baton Rouge. And, you know, I've been talking to him a little bit lately, and it was good to see him use some of the athleticism he has.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3, 2 outs. Let's take another look at it here.
We said you'd have been able to make this play standing flat-footed out there, but Terrio had to use everything he had to get up there and make that play.
He used what he had to get the job done.
That's right.
So what's going on these days? Do you watch the playoffs now that you guys are out, or is it tough for you to watch?
I mean, you know, I'm a basketball fan first, so of course I watch it. Sometimes I may, you know, channel surf while the game is on, only because I still have a little bit of taste in my mouth about how we ended out. But I'm following it pretty well, and you know, right now I can just only watch.
Swing and a miss by the aforementioned Ryan Terrio. Here's your first pitch today. Nice greeting from Terrio. Got to get stretched out.
It ain't giving enough time to warm up.
And a base hit for Terrio. Right on cue. Here's the first pitch. You hate to be interrupted by a Ryan Terrio base hit. Ooh, nice sinker. Nice little dip there at the end. So 3 hits for Terrio. It's Milton Bradley at the plate. Jesse Chavez is up for the Pirates. The Cubs led 2-0 after 1. The Pirates have now tied it. Pulled foul by about a half a foot. Let's check out Tyrus Thomas for the Chicago Bulls.
Oh, yeah.
That looks like your shot, Bob.
Yeah, a lot like my shot.
Nice feed from Ben Gordon. Very nice. You don't mind watching those highlights, do you?
Not at all.
All day. Milton Bradley pops it in the left. Morgan will catch it. Tyrus, thanks for the time today. We appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your summer. We love watching you guys this year.
Start your night with a bang, because we've stacked all the into one big hour. AFB tonight at 7 East 4 West on WGN America.
Pepsi's got another hit on their hands, and it's called Pepsi Throwback. Introducing Pepsi Throwback, made with natural sugar, only for a limited time. Sing it, baby.
Well, after I got divorced, I was feeling a little burned. I didn't think that I was ever going to find a person that I could really fall in love with again. And my sisters actually said to me, why don't you try eHarmony? It looks a little more serious. And I was a little skeptical, but lo and behold, I found Karen, and, you know, it's just better than I could ever have imagined.
See how it feels to be matched based on compatibility. Review all your matches for free. eHarmony.com.
Check. Strength meets intelligence. The surprisingly efficient Ridgeline, built by Honda.
My doctor told me something I never knew. As we get older, our bodies become less able to absorb calcium. He recommended Citracal. It's a different kind of calcium. Calcium citrate with vitamin D for unsurpassed absorption to nourish your bones.
Now today's Honda Accord game summary. Visit your Honda dealer and test drive a 2009 Honda Accord. Pirates have left 8 on base. They have stranded 3 in 2 different innings. Terrio and Bradley combined 4 hits and both Cubs runs. Carlos Marmol back in the mix after Angel Guzman got the final 2 outs of the 7th following the Carlos Zambrano ejection outside corner, and a strike to Andy LaRoche. Bob, Lou was asked about the recent run-ins the Cubs have had with umpires, and Lou didn't seem overly concerned, but I know it's going to be a big topic of discussion around town this week. In your estimation, is it a concern at all, or is it just kind of the natural flow of a baseball season? You get upset. We know Carlos has had his moments. Bradley, a suspension earlier this season. You had Ted Lilly getting kicked out. Are you concerned at all, or is that just baseball?
Well, I mean, it runs in cycles, and it happens. How many times have we shown a replay on a close play, and even after looking at it several times in slow motion, it was tough to determine whether the guy was safe or out, whether it was a ball or a strike? So it's part of the game, and it happens. You just don't want it to be something that continues on and on and on.
Johnson the catch. LaRoche is out.
I mean, the Cubs are not alone. I watch the highlights at night. I watch some out-of-town games from time to time, and you know, everybody has issues with the umpiring from time to time, but you just don't want that to become you know, the overriding concern every day. Are we going to get it from the umpires again today? You just got to go out and concentrate on playing the game, understand that the umpires are human. They are going to make mistakes from time to time, and accept that as part of the game and try to overcome those mistakes.
Well, in the case of Z, there was a little incidental contact, but our replay seemed to indicate that he was not initiating it. He walked the line after that. He basically told Mark Carlson, "You're out of here," and then threw a ball to the track and took out his frustrations on the Gatorade machine. I hope that was it. And the other thing you worry about, you don't want a guy to hurt himself. Carlos Quentin last year with the White Sox, in frustration, slammed his hand down, and that knocked him out of the rest of the season. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Listen to me talking about how umpires are human. Going to make mistakes.
Carlos today went 6 1/3, 7 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts, 114 pitches. So I guess that's the only silver lining, is he was nearing the end of his day anyway. Broken bat, base hit into right. First hit for Moss.
Well, we've given this number many times this season, and hopefully it's about to change today if the Cubs can find a way to break this tie and win the game. But when the Cubs commit at least 1 error in a ball game, they're 2-15 on the season, and the Soriano error in left field allowed Nyjer Morgan to reach third base leading off that top half of the 7th.
Vasquez is 3 for 3. Best year of his career last year with Texas. Career highs in batting average, on base, and slugging. Hit .290 in 105 games. He's from Puerto Rico, went to Indian Hills Community College in Iowa, and he's bounced around. Seattle, the Padres, the Red Sox, the Indians, the Rangers, and now the Pirates. This game's up for grabs. Rubber match. First series of 5 this season between the Cubs and the Pirates. Nine of the 15 games will be played after the All-Star break. 1-2. Been a while since Lou has had Marmol and Gregg in a situation in which the team had a lead late. Today it's a tie. Well, they didn't have any late leads during the losing streak. And Vasquez went around, strike 3.
Big out there for Marmol. Vasquez had been 3 for 3 on the ball game. Can't check his swing on that slider that just dropped underneath the bat. No doubt about it.
Brings up Jaramillo with Eric Hinsky on deck for Zach Duke.
Mentioned all those games against the Pirates after the All-Star break. Hopefully the Cubs will have a healthy Aramis Ramirez back by then, because he loves to play against the Buccos. .297 lifetime hitter against his former team.
No real time frame yet for Aramis. He still hasn't been able to participate in baseball activities, coming back from the dislocated left shoulder. Rich Harden has not thrown since he went on the DL, so if it is any more length of time, if we go another week or so, that could really back him up. We'll see. Soriano will catch it out in left, and that's the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th and a 2-2 tie.
He was meeting my friends for the first time. We knew the perfect place to go.
I guess I did okay.
I knew they'd love him.
Try Olive Garden's new lasagna rollatini with chicken and fontina cream sauce. Or try the savory sausage and tomato Alfredo, starting at $9.95 at Olive Garden. Dr. Scholl's massaging gel insoles with 2 different gels for softness and support are outrageously comfortable.
I'd rather walk anyway.
Are you gelling? Dr. Scholl's.
Logic says you can't pound a nail where you can't swing a hammer. So much for logic. The Craftsman Auto Hammer. The hammer that goes where other hammers can't. Driving home nails with the touch of a button. Innovation. Better value. Craftsman. Trust in your hands.
You know what I like to see?
You gotta see this.
What would you like to see? Something funny.
What is this, high school?
Seems like it. Everybody's having sex but me.
I'm just a regular guy. I want to see what everybody else wants to see.
Mama!
Well, wait. Go back. You know when I watch this?
I like to see a television show about us.
Perfect.
I just sat there watching and watching and watching and watching and watching.
I'm the legend killer, Randy Orton.
On WWE Superstars.
Expect everything.
Well, it's been a wild one. It's 2-2, but with a bang play at the plate in the 7th when the Pirates tied it up, and Carlos Zambrano got kicked out as he argued vociferously with the home plate umpire Mark Carlson as Derek Lee fouls off to the right. Jesse Chavez is in for Zach Duke. Bob, Duke was impressive today, not in that he had his best stuff. He didn't. He got behind hitters early on, but good pitchers find a way when they don't have their best stuff to get through it, and Duke kept his team in it.
Yeah, that's really what made his outing today impressive, falling behind 2-0 in the top of the, or rather the bottom of the first inning, and somehow managed to bob and weave, gave up a hit in every inning, stranded a runner in every inning.
A fly to right, and it'll be caught by Moss. Don't forget this catch.
Yeah, he's already made a huge contribution to this game. Adam LaRoche making a bid for a home run to straightaway center field. Reed Johnson tracking, and catching right up against the vines.
Belated happy 27th wedding anniversary wishes to Bob and Patty Newell of Cary, Illinois. Lefty Sean Burnett up for the Pirates. Johnson sends it high and deep to left field. Morgan's going to watch it go. And they lead 3-2. Reed Johnson with a huge home run. Seemed like every homer he hit last year was a big one. That's his second homer in less than a week.
Boy, and he crushed that ball. Wind still blowing straight in from center field. Our Southwest, how far did it fly? 371 feet. Morgan got back there to the track and squared up as if he were going to have a play on it, but you need a ticket to catch that one.
So Kevin Gregg cranking it up in the bullpen for a save chance. 1-1 on Soto. And he picks up a base hit. He's 1 out of 4 now. So the closer just about ready. And still only 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th, and Sean Burnett is going to come in with Mike Fontenot due up. So they'll go lefty versus lefty. 3-2 Cubs on the Johnson home run. We'll be back.
This summer, team up with WGN America and Six Flags, the official theme park of the Chicago Cubs, for WGN America's Six Flags Summer Six-Pack Sweepstakes. Just log on to WGNAmerica.com for your chance to win 6 tickets to any Six Flags park nationwide. That's right, win 6 tickets in an exclusive VIP experience to any Six Flags park. Hurry and log on to WGNAmerica.com for your chance to win today. One lucky winner will win every week from now through Labor Day.
I hear what you're saying. I just don't do commercials. It's not my thing.
Conan, this is different. It's a ton of money, and it's only going to be seen in Sweden.
Only in Sweden?
All the Hollywood guys do this.
This one commercial couldn't hurt.
Bud Light.
Vroom, vroom, der party starter.
Vroom, vroom, party starter. That wasn't me.
Hey, Conan. Vroom, vroom, party starter.
Party starter.
How would you like to vacation at the all-new Italian Village at Beaches, Turks and Caicos Resort, Villages and Spa, and bring along 15 of your closest friends and family? Just enter the Beaches Resort's fantastic family flyaway at WGNAmerica.com. You'll get a 5-night luxury-included family vacation at Beaches Resorts, including unlimited gourmet dining and premium beverages, water sports, entertainment, round-trip airfare, a private breakfast reception, and more. It's the WGN America Beaches Resort's fantastic family flyaway. Enter today at WGNAmerica.com.
Sean Burnett got his first major league save Monday night. Came in for Matt Capps, who got hit on the elbow. He pitches today with his team down a run in the last of the 8th. Runner on, and Mike Fontenot at the plate. Soto just singled. Reed Johnson with the catch in center and the go-ahead home run.
Okay, Reed Johnson doesn't hit a lot of home runs. That was his 50th career home run. 16 of them, however, have come from the 7th inning on in ball games. So even though he hasn't hit many, a lot of them have been big.
McLouth with a lot of room and a lot of time. Fontenot retired. Ball got away in the middle of the infield, but Soto not able to advance.
Blanco must have something going on physically that's causing him to bat left-handed against left-handed pitching. He's once again a switch hitter, but he's taking his stance in that left-handed batter's box against a tough left-hander.
That caught the inside corner for Kevin Gregg, assuming it is a save spot for him. This will be his first save chance since May 10th at Milwaukee. Now, when he blew the lead against the Astros, it wasn't technically a save opportunity because he came in with a 4-run lead. It's been a while. You'd love to see Jake Fox get a chance here, wouldn't you? Don't want him to cool off after a sizzling start at AAA Iowa. Soto thought about it. Jaramillo kind of daring him as Gio holds it first. 2-1 the count.
Yeah, we would love to see Jake Fox get an opportunity with a couple of runners on base. We were perusing his AAA numbers this year, which are just ridiculous. But in 40 games at AAA Iowa, he only had 5 games where he did not record at least 1 hit. That's remarkable.
Fair ball. Fox will get a chance. We'll see how far Soto can go. Mike Quaddy's going to chance it here. The relay throw to the plate. Safe. He got in. Good call, Mike Quaddy. Soto going first to home, and the Cubs tack on. It's 4-2.
Baby Andres Blanco batting left-handed against a left-handed relief pitcher, shoots one right down the stripe past a diving Adam LaRoche. That was a very aggressive send there by Mike Quaddy. Brandon Moss got over to the ball, slipped and fell, lollipopped it back into the infield. That gave Soto just enough room to get around the tag of Jaramillo at the plate. Well, those are split-second decisions by the third base coach. You put it all in the computer, but if something happens like we saw with Brandon Moss slipping and falling, you've got to be able to react immediately.
And you take more of a risk ahead by a runner with 2 outs in an inning. Jake Fox leading all minor leaguers in the Triple Crown categories. A batting average of .423, 17 homers, 50 RBIs. That's 5-0 in 40 games. We saw Jake in the majors with the Cubs in 2007, went 2 for 14. Came in with a 17-game hitting streak. Pacific Coast League Player of the Week twice already. 3rd round pick in the 2003 draft. He went to Michigan. in the dirt. Soriano on deck, second among vote getters in the outfield in the National League behind Ryan Braun. 2-2 on Fox. I hope they keep that Gatorade machine there. It's a nice conversation piece.
Reminds me of an old car I used to have. The bumper was falling off. It was rusted through the quarter panels, but it ran like a top. That thing has taken a beating over there and still works.
As long as you smash the top part of it and it's functional, everybody's okay with it. The minute somebody actually smashes one of the Gatorade spigots, that's when someone's going to get very upset. 3-2 on Fox.
Most of Jake Fox's time at the AAA level was spent as a first baseman defensively. Played some third, some right, some left, caught a little bit, DH'd quite often.
Bouncer to third base, foul.
I don't think the fans quite realize that that ball trickled into foul territory.
What gives? Hey, foul ball, all right. You got to sell it.
Hit right at the edge of the grass there. Goes into foul territory. What? Big Jake Fox fan.
A fly ball for Fox, very deep out into right center, and he stays hot, and he makes it 5-2 with a long double. Welcome back, Jake Fox. Cubs showing power here in the 8th inning. A home run and 2 doubles.
Well, Dave McLeod didn't get a great jump out there in center. Was shaded Jake Fox over into the gap in left center. That left plenty of room for that deep fly ball to get down. Nice going, Jake Fox.
It's nice having a little extra cushion for the closer who hasn't been in this spot in a while. So a 3-run lead for Greg. So Jake Fox with his 3rd career hit, and they're all doubles. Picks up his 2nd career RBI. A 1-1 to Soriano is low and outside. He's going to take photographic evidence of the next ground ball down the line to see if it's fair or foul.
That's technology overload right there.
It's like a slimmed down version of David Wells. Two pitch. Soriano pops it up. Infielders battling the sun, and Adam LaRoche puts the clamps on it. Johnson gave the Cubs the lead. Blanco and Fox with RBI doubles. It's 5-2 to the 9th.
Start your night with a bang, because we've stacked all the into one big hour. 7 East, 4 West on WGN America.
Commute. Commute. Shuttle. Shuttle A. With McDonald's McCafe, a better day is possible. Introducing hot or iced mocha with freshly ground espresso, real steamed milk, and decadent chocolate. Cubicle. There you go. Thanks. Cubicle A. If you haven't tried a mocha yet, McCafe your day.
Oh, whoa, honey. Okay, I mean, you can't. This isn't a stove, all right? I mean, what if I just walked into the kitchen and started making a salad?
That'd be weird.
Right? I mean, look, there's a technique.
Okay.
Wow. It's okay, everyone. Thanks, hon.
Yep, it's that easy with Kingsford Match Light.
Time now to look at today's AM/PM player of the game. It's the Ryan Theriot. Perfect day at the plate, 3 for 3, put down a sacrifice bunt. Scored a run right in the middle of everything, made a couple of nice defensive plays up the middle of the field. That's our AM/PM player of the game, Ryan Theriot. Too much good stuff.
The closer is on after Reed Johnson gave the Cubs a 3-2 lead. They would tack on a couple more from a couple of guys who just came up from AAA Iowa, Blanco and Fox, with RBI doubles. 1-1 on Freddie Sanchez, who's pinch hitting. He is 8 for 9 in the series. And Greg's pitch, 2-1. Just ridiculous what Freddie Sanchez did in the first 2 games of this set. Played really good defense as well. It's full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Top of the order with Morgan and then Young to follow. Cubs are trying to get back over the 500 mark. They went 1 under at the end of their losing streak, which had reached 8 games before they won last night. Ball 4 on a close one. Greg's trying to save it for Carlos Marmol.
Boy, sure didn't miss by much. There's to paint that outside corner with a fastball, maybe just off of the corner.
This is why you like those insurance runs. Lou is livid. He thought that was strike 3. Foul strike on Morgan. 38,314 at Wrigley Field this afternoon. Beyond the U tomorrow night, WCIU at 7 o'clock. Randy Wolf and Randy Wells. Dodgers are now trailing at Colorado. The Rockies lead 3-2 in the 6th. Brian Spilborgh's with his 4th home run. They play him the other way. Soriano's very shallow and left, and Johnson shaded over toward the gap. Bradley pulled way off the line and right, and this one is pulled deep to right. Bradley's on the warning track, and they have a shot at a double play. Freddie Sanchez is going to get doubled off. Where was he going? He's at third base. 2 outs. Freddie Sanchez must have thought that that ball was either going to get out or Bradley had no shot at it. Well, Milton caught it on the warning track, and Sanchez had already rounded third.
Well, I cannot figure that out. Freddie Sanchez knew he was leading off the inning. Nyjer Morgan hit the ball pretty well, but that's Nyjer Morgan.
Well, his run doesn't matter, and with no outs, it just didn't matter if he scored or not.
I mean, he played that like he thought one of two things. Either it was definitely going to get down or there was 2 outs in the inning. That's what it looked like. He thought there were 2 outs.
Yeah, that probably would be the only logical explanation. So Freddie Sanchez, I guess, is human. The only mistake he's made the entire series. And it's 1-1 on Delwyn Young. Fans on their feet. Called strike 2-2. Cubs looking for their first series win since they swept the Padres on the last homestand. The pitch just outside. Delwyn Young has already struck out 3 times looking.
Just a little bit off that outside corner. Gio tries to push it back a little bit. That time they don't get the call.
3-2 pitch. We'll do it again. The next one. Ooh. Ball 4. I can't believe Delwyn Young would take a borderline pitch like that after what he's done today, but he has his strike zone and it worked out for him. Well, how big is that double play looking now?
Yeah, real big. Pitch was down below the knees. Right in the middle of the plate, though. I don't know, with 2 strikes, I don't know how you take that one.
Two strikes on McLeod. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Cubs win. They take the series, and they've started a winning streak. That's 2 in a row after an 8-game skid, and they're back over 500.
Baseball season's underway. Well, you better get ready for a brand new day. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. They're singing, go Cubs, go. Go Cubs, go. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. Go Cubs, go. Go Cubs, go. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. They got the power, they got the speed to be the best in the National League.
Cubs win 5 drive to the final. We'll have more from a victorious Wrigley Field after this.
Start your night with a bang, because we've stacked all the into one big hour. AFB tonight at 7 East 4 West on WGN America.
Pepsi's got another hit on their hands, and it's called Pepsi Throwback. Introducing Pepsi Throwback, made with natural sugar, only for a limited time. Sing it, baby.
Your pet makes lots of friends, but there's one little friend you don't want him to meet, the flea. Just one in your home can turn into thousands fast, infesting carpets, furniture, even your bed. To stop an infestation, ask for Frontline Plus. It quickly kills fleas, their eggs, and larvae, even ticks. It's waterproof, and one dose lasts all month long. Fleas are nobody's friends. Ask for the vet's #1 choice for dogs and cats, Frontline Plus.
Logic says you can't pound a nail where you can't swing a hammer. So much for logic. The Craftsman Auto Hammer. The hammer that goes where other hammers can't. Driving home nails with the touch of a button. Innovation. Better value. Craftsman. Trust in your hands.
That hits the spot. It's drinkability. It means Bud Light is good wherever you are. If you're at a party, or playing golf, like those guys, or at the bar.
Draw another door.
Don't say draw.
Never filling, always refreshing. Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
7 aces.
Coppertone Sport. It's your edge over the elements. The sun, water, it's the one proven to give better coverage. It's waterproof and ultra sweatproof. Anywhere on the planet, there's no better protection. Coppertone Sport.
Moms know kids need healthy bodies and minds. That's why Flintstones is the only complete gummy multivitamin with extra choline, an ingredient found in breast milk to help support healthy brain function. Moms can trust them, kids will love them. Flintstones gummies.
If you're like a lot of people, you have high blood pressure and you have high cholesterol. You've taken steps to try and lower both your numbers, but how close are you to your goals? There may be more you can do. Only Catawet combines 2 proven medicines in a single pill to significantly lower high blood pressure and high cholesterol. In a clinical study of patients with slightly elevated blood pressure and cholesterol, Catawet helped 48% reach both goals in just 4 weeks.
Catawit is one of many treatment options, in addition to diet and exercise, that you can discuss with your doctor. Catawit is not for everyone. It's not for people with liver problems and women who are nursing, pregnant, or may become pregnant. To check for liver problems, you need simple blood tests. Tell your doctor about any heart problems and all other medications you are taking, or if you experience muscle pain or weakness, as they may be a sign of a rare but serious side effect.
How close are you to where you want to be? Ask your doctor if Catawit can help you go for both your goals.
Chicago Cubs baseball on WGN TV, your official summer baseball station. Brought to you by Bud Light, with just the right taste that never fills you up. The difference is drinkability. The Illinois Lottery. Play the Illinois Lottery. Have a ball. Comcast. Catch more games in HD on Comcast Digital Cable. Call 1-888 for Best TV today. By Pepsi. Every generation refreshes the world. Visit refresheverything.com. And by Southwest Airlines. Travel Southwest Airlines for business and get where you need to go on time. Visit southwest.com today.
For the Cubs, 5 runs, 12 hits, 1 error, 8 left. For the Pittsburgh Pirates, 2 runs on 8 hits, 1 error, 10 stranded. Winning pitcher Carlos Marmol, his first win of the year. He's 1-1. Jesse Chavez takes the loss. He's 0-2. Kevin Gregg with his 7th save. 2 hours, 38 minutes in front of 38. 3-1-4. Budweiser play of the game. Reed Johnson with a game-winning home run. Bottom of the 8th, 1 out. And a blast into the bleachers and left off right-hander Jesse Chavez. Cubs would add on and win it 5-2. Reach for the perfect balance of flavor and refreshment. Budweiser, the great American lager. The next broadcast of Cubs baseball will be tomorrow night on WCIU and CubsNet. The Cubs host the Los Angeles Dodgers. First of a 4-game series. We start at 7 o'clock tomorrow. And then our next WGN broadcast Tuesday night, Cubs will start a long 9-game, 10-day trip as they travel to Atlanta to take on the Braves at 6 o'clock Central Time. Final score once again as the Cubs have won back-to-back games, 5-2 Cubs. So for my partner Bob Brentley and our entire WGN sports crew, this is Len Casper saying so long from the friendly confines. Cubs win.
If you look at the last 6 months, I think you'll agree that the production growth opportunity that we have for us would. What is that?
That's the money you could be saving with Geico.
Tell me who's watching.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
How would you like to vacation at the all-new Italian Village at Beaches, Turks and Caicos Resort, Villages and Spa, and bring along 15 of your closest friends and family? Just enter the Beaches Resort's fantastic family flyaway at WGNAmerica.com. You'll get a 5-night luxury included family vacation at Beaches Resorts, including unlimited gourmet dining and premium beverages, water sports, entertainment, round-trip airfare, a private breakfast reception, and more. It's the WGN America Beaches Resort's fantastic family flyaway. Enter today at WGNAmerica.com.
Coming June 30th on Blu-ray and DVD.
This one's called 12 Rounds.
Starring John Cena. For your chance to win an exclusive 12 rounds prize pack, make sure to watch WWE Superstars only on WGN America every Thursday.